Hello everyone, today we are going to look at how to create this scene in Blender. So I just have a hand model which has been rigged and created the animation using keyframes, and we will also look at how to pick up objects and release them in Blender. So let's get started. So the link will be in the description on how to model the hand. This is part of the character creation tutorial. So if you have your own hand or if you want to model this, you can look at in the description. So I'm going to clean up the scene a little bit here real quick. The hand from the front view has to go to the ground and move it to the side, and this looks good. We will move the pivot point to the geometry, object set origin to 3D cursor. The hand seems to be bent in the middle, so we need to straighten it out a little bit. So I'm making sure that the red arrow is in the middle, so it kind of looks good enough there. There are also some issues with the segment. So the hand is going to bend from here, and then we need some geometry in the wrist. We need some geometry. I've done this off in the fingers here because there'll be, I think there should be one here. And we can move all these points closer to this place. So this is where we will place our bones for the fingers. Alright, so now that the model looks good, we will use the viewport display wireframe to see the lines, and then go to add armature single bone, front view, tab, select this, and we'll move it top view. The wrist will be here. Okay, everything looks good. We'll go to the data properties, viewport display, and display it in front. We'll also put the name, so it says bone here. We will right click and subdivide it. So this is where the elbow is, and because the thumb is here, the elbow is going to bend in this direction, so we slightly move it in the front. I will extrude it in the X axis, so hit the X key. Okay, and then I'm going to extrude it here. This is where the thumb bone starts, and it will go till here. So we'll do the same thing here to here. Here to here. So I'm using the E to extrude and creating these bones. Now these bones are not necessary, so we will delete these. And you can see that even though the bones are deleted, the links are still there, which is important. So we need to rename our bones. This is going to be here. I will rename it wrist. This is lower arm. This is upper arm. This is thumb, pinky. Soon this is going to get a very long list. Once we attach it, you will also get the vertex groups, so it's better to rename everything. This is the ring finger, this is the middle, this is index, and now we need to subdivide these. Subdivide, and we need two bones here, so one bone stays here and one stays here, and then they are automatically renamed. Okay, subdivide 2 times, okay, and then we will move them in the middle of the boxes, so we are consistent with the locations for all these bones. Alright, now we will create one IK bone and one pole bone. So I'll extrude this in the X, and I will extrude this in Y, and then Alt P to clear the parent for this one, and this one can be moved out. I name this pole. This one we name it IK, and Alt P this again to clear parent. Alt P clear parent. Alright, now what we need to do is select the wrist bone, shift select, select IK bone, shift select the wrist bone, go to pose mode, shift I, add IK to active bone. Okay, and IK is added. We need to add a pole target, armature, pole. Minus 90 degrees, and use tail will fix the two problems of where the bones have moved. Right, now if you move this bone, it is bending in the right direction, so that part is good. We got our IK setup done. Now what we need is, when we are going to select this bone and rotate it, the wrist should rotate. So we'll select the wrist, and we're going to add a copy rotation constraint. So again, armature, and the bone is going to be IK. So now the hand moves with the bone. Okay, now what we need is, when we move these fingers, the other finger should move with it also. So we do the same thing, copy rotation, armature, and this time index. I'll just type I and the index pops up, and this is all in local space. Okay, we need to repeat, so copy rotation, armature, I, and this time it's going to be index 2, and local space, and local space. So we need to repeat this for all the bones. Now, by the way, what happens is, when you rotate this, you can see that the other fingers rotate also. So that way you just need one control for these bones to rotate. The other important thing is that we don't want the bones to rotate the side. When the bone rotate from the side, they rotate straight, and we don't want the bones to rotate in this direction also. So we need to control. So if I select X and Z, now it is rotating in X, so that is not the right one. This is also not the right one. So we need to go to local, and this looks right, so it moves straight when you move sideways, but it rotates correctly up and down, and then it doesn't rotate this. So we don't want this rotation to happen. So this is our Y rotation, so we lock it. So now we cannot, so Y rotation, so this bone will only rotate in this direction, and when it rotates here, the other fingers will rotate. Okay, so what we can do is we can simply copy these here, or we can do the same thing here again. So it is up to you what you want to do. So I'll simply keep doing this. So copy rotation to all the bones. And then this Y is going to be locked for all of these. We are not going to scale any of these, but I'm not going to waste my time doing that. So we need to select armature and M for middle and local. Select this, local, armature, middle 2. This one, armature, R for ring, local. This one, armature, ring 2, local. This one, armature, P, pinky, local. This one, armature, pinky 2, local. Okay, and then we are restricting it to Z. Okay, and then when you do side, it looks good. In case of thumb, we will only do it to the last one. Now we didn't do local. I was wondering why it's not working. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, so we'll have one control for this part of the thumb. The thumb will move like this. We don't want this rotation. we will leave all open. And then once we are into animation, we'll see what needs to be done. So we are all set with our armature. Now this bone will not deform and the IK will not deform. Okay, so we will save as hand rig, save our work, and now we can get rid of viewport display names. Okay, so we can select go to object mode, select the hand, shift select the bones, and control P with automatic weight. Okay, and you can see that now in pose mode our rig is ready. Okay, so it is bending in the right direction. By the way, if you go to object mode and in the modify panel, it is better to move the subdivision down. You get better results with the geometry. Okay, and then you have the rotation for your hand. Okay, and then you have the fingers. Bending in the right direction. Okay, now the last step is to create the controls. So we'll go to object mode, add curve circle. Okay, so we have a circle and then I'll make it 0.25 small circle. Okay, and then we need one control for this. So we'll go to pose mode, select this, and then viewport display. We will select the Bezier circle, and that's what it is. It's still too big, so we'll make it smaller, say 0.25. Okay, so instead of a bone, we get a circle. This is again a Bezier circle, and then we can make it 0.5. This is the thumb. Bezier circle. This one, Bezier circle. And then if you want, you can move these up also. Okay, maybe 0.25. Bezier circle, 0.25 up. Bezier circle, 0.25 up. Okay, so you can try to get them in the right place. 0.25, Bezier circle, .25. Where is the last one? Okay, and then we don't need this. Go to object mode, and our rig is ready. We can then go to pose mode, select these, and hit the H key to hide these bones which we don't need to see. And our rig is ready. Select the hand, and we will remove the, so we can select these in pose mode, and we can animate our thumb, thumb rotation should be in the other direction. So this bone, is the right one. This direction is the right one. That's it. Thank you very much. In the next class, we will look at how to create the animation and do the scene setup for the hand. Thank you.